Welcome to Crazy Days. I'm Wanda, and today we're going to be talking about shelf-stable recipes. Mary Ellen over at Prepper Potpourri invited me to be a part of a collab. This collab is going to go on for several months because it is always going to be the first Tuesday of the month for several months, and it's called Shelf-Stable Recipes. Now this collab is going to be with several other channels, and I'm going to list in the links below. Prepper Potpourri, Sutton Days, and a whole bunch of other people that are going to be in this collab. Mine is one of those weird Deep South recipes. Today I'm going to be doing it a little bit Deep South, but I'm going to explain the shelf-stable part of it using shelf-stable items. That means items that you have on your shelf that does not need refrigeration. When we're prepping, our biggest deal in prepping is not to have to cook so much, because firewood or gasoline or electricity may be in short supply, so you don't want to be using any more than you have to. So my recipe today is going to be ham salad, and it's going to show you how to use multiple ways: fresh, shelf stable, canned, doesn't matter. We're going to show you a lot of ways to make ham salad and a variety. Now I have my own canned ham. I did this in May of 20, so it's been 2 years. Canned ham. Now, lots of people say, the powers to be say you can't can ham. Okay, I've done it. It works. I'm not going to tell you you can do it because I don't know how you can, but I know I can ham. This was our ham. This was our pig that we raised. We had it processed through a USDA approved processing plant, and we had it smoked. I took the ham and took all the meat off in chunks, and you can see that it's in chunks, and it was as it came from the processing plant. I put them in the jar, not cooked, no more than the smoking they did. I put juice in it a little bit, and it made its own juice, and we're good. When I take this out, this canned ham will just fall to pieces. So it's great to make ham salad. Now, in place of canned ham, they make these cans of ham. They make cans of tuna, they make cans of chicken, they make cans of turkey. Stash up, store up, get you some shelf-stable meats. Any of them can be used in place of this. Now, in August of 21, we had lots and lots of pears. So I made pear relish. First time I'd ever made pear relish. Several people told me about it, and I decided to make a bunch of small jars. And these have come in so handy because I can do one jar of the ham, one jar of the small pear relish, and it is like a pickled relish. Same as pickle relish, it just has pears in it. Awesome taste with the ham because you got a touch of the sweet with the ham. Now, what would you use in place of my pear relish? Just relish from the grocery store. Buy up some relish from the grocery store. Buy up some canned ham. Buy up some relish. Two main ingredients. The third ingredient, mayonnaise. If you don't do anything else, mayonnaise. Now, you can add salt and pepper if you want it, but I don't usually add anything much other than a few seasonings, and it doesn't need the salt and pepper. But mayonnaise, shelf stable till you open it, but you can figure that out. You know, you're going to have it on your shelf. If you can't do the mayonnaise and you've got eggs, because eggs can sit like this on the counter for a while, and if you've got chickens laying on a regular basis, this is considered stable items because you would have it every day, and you got some oil that's on your shelf, make mayonnaise. That's all I can say. Make mayonnaise. Now, if you don't, cream cheese. I'm going to use cream cheese today in mine. I'm going to put a touch of mayonnaise, but I'm going to be also adding cream cheese. I'm going to be adding onions. Over here, look at this. I just went and harvested a fresh onion. I'm not going to add very many green onions and very many garlic chives. That's usually what I add. I'm going to add a fresh onion and fresh garlic. But if you don't have it, shelf stable. You can get onions, garlic, everything shelf stable. just add some in. It ain't gonna matter. Cumin. Sometimes I like to add a touch of cumin to it just to give it a little bit of a Mexican type taste. And that's great. But you can also do shelf-stable onion mixes. Shelf-stable spices, like this is the Italian roasted garlic. Anything that's shelf-stable like this. Miss Lippy has, and I don't have her pretty things, I've got mine in jars here. Miss Lippy's Bayou blends, I have the pork and good and the swamp mix. Y'all, I use the swamp mix most of the time in this. It's not hot, it's got a touch of heat, but it's got that smoky, it's just good. I ain't gonna lie. So any of your spices will be shelf stable if you get them in these type varieties. Like I said, today we're using fresh. That's about it. You need the ham, the relish, some mayonnaise. You could do that and it'd be it. You could boil the eggs and add eggs to it if you wanted. I don't do boiled eggs very well, so I don't do eggs. But like I said, those are the main ingredients: ham, relish, and mayonnaise. I'm gonna add in cream cheese. I'm gonna add in some swamp mix, some garlic, and some onions. We're gonna mix all that together. It is awesome on bread. It's awesome on crackers. If you make your own homemade bread, it would be perfect on that to have as a side dish, as bread with the ham salad. You can use it as a side dish with your vegetables. You can use crackers. Crackers are shelf stable. You can buy those and have them on your shelf. You got a meal. You didn't cook anything. Now we're not going to need all that onion. That's a huge onion. But we're going to use this piece here. And I'm just going to slice it in small pieces, and then we're going to dice it. The ham, I've already drained. You can use the juice from the ham to make soups, add it to your vegetables, whatever you want, but I drained it off. Then, my hands are clean, I just break it up. If you've got Spam, canned ham, chicken, tuna, turkey, whatever, you just want it in pieces. That's all you want. To break it up in pieces. So we've got our onion, our garlic, and our ham all broken up in here. Now we have our pear relish, and I'm going to go dump that little bit of juice off because we don't need juice in here because it makes it too juicy. Okay, the pear relish, like I said, is similar to any pickling relish, just has pears in it. You would just have pickles instead. Miss Lippy's Bayou Blends Swamp Mix. This is the only seasoning other than the garlic and onions I'm using today. We're just going to do about a teaspoon. I'm going to do about 1 tablespoon. I've got a teaspoon here, but it's about 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise, and that's all I'm adding today because I'm adding the cream cheese. Now normally I would be doing green onions and garlic chives and things like that from my garden outside. But I had fresh onion today, so we're doing fresh onions. The green onions just gives it a pretty color, but that's okay. We got the white in it today. It ain't gonna show up when I get this cream cheese. Now you could eat it out like this. There's nothing else you would need. Your shelf-stable items would be your meat, your relish, and your mayonnaise, and any seasoning. You could eat it this way and be done with it. I like to add an extra oomph to it. Now, cream cheese is one of those things, if you have a cow, you can make your own. You can buy powdered cream cheese and stuff like that for your shelf, and have shelf-stable cream cheese. I think you can buy it in different forms. I don't know. If you wanted cream cheese, that would be one way to do it. You could buy bottled salad dressing. If you like ranch dressing, instead of mayonnaise and cream cheese, you could just add ranch dressing to this. The possibilities of changing the flavors are endless. As much shelf-stable stuff as you have, change it up. They don't have to eat the same thing every night. Well, they don't have to know it's the same thing. You change up the flavors. And guys, even if you had to go out in the woods and hunt an animal, whether it be a rabbit, a deer, or whatever that you had, whatever meat you have, let's just say it that way, whatever meat for whatever reason, you can boil that meat down, add in a few ingredients. Ham salad, shelf-stable foods. It's one recipe that you don't have to cook. You can serve it as an appetizer, you can serve it as a side dish, or it can be your main dish with a piece of bread or crackers, which are shelf-stable. Using the fresh onions is so sweet. Green onions are great, and you can use them in the garlic chives anytime. But that fresh Deepsouth onion just did it in. I want to thank Mary Ellen from Prepper Potpourri for inviting us to be part of her shelf-stable pantry recipes. Now, this was ham salad. It can be chicken salad, turkey salad, tuna salad, any salad you want. Just use your shelf-stable stuff. And remember, things like Miss Lippy's Bayou blends. She's going to be back in business shortly with her swamp mix and all her other blends. Buy up seasonings. It's a great way to hide the flavor of anything that you're not sure you want to eat, like a meat, a mystery meat that you don't know what it is. Add some seasonings. Seasonings are a great shelf-stable item. So thanks, Mary Ellen, for inviting us. Check out Mary Ellen at Prepper Potpourri, Lisa at Sutton Days, and all the other people that have joined in this collaboration. Remember, the first Tuesday of every month, come back to Crazy Days and check out what I figured out with shelf-stable goods. Ham salad. We got company coming. I think they're going to like this, y'all. Thank you from Crazy Days. That's good ham salad.